90 Day Fiancé's Shekina Garner drops jaw-dropping clue on Sarper Güven split and possible exit. Season 11 of 90 Day Fiancé premiered on February 16, 2025, and it didn't take long for Shekina Garner and Sarper Güven to become a fan-favorite pair. After the two came across each other in Turkey, sparks flew, and Shekina was ready to move to a completely different world for the man. Unfortunately, this did not work out like they had hoped, and instead, it was Sarper who ended up moving to America on a K-1 visa in hopes of marrying Shekina. The relationship isn't free of its flaws and shortcomings. Whether it is her insecurity or Sarper's pain of leaving his family behind in Turkey, the couple has seen their fair share of low points. Amid hints of a split, Shekina claimed that she will be leaving 90 Day Fiancé, but a post from Sarper has us all confused. Are they over for good or not? Are 90 Day Fiancé's Shekina and Sarper still together? There has been a lot of speculation in the 90 Day Fiancé fandom regarding Shekina Garner and Sarper Güven's relationship status. Her cryptic replies to her fans on Instagram don't help the situation either. During a Q&A session, a fan asked what she'd want to change about her life, and she simply wrote back, "I wish I had a happy, healthy relationship with Sarper." Another fan asked if things got better for the couple since they moved to America, to which she replied, "Nope. Living here together in the US has made everything harder." Via Reality T. While we can't say with certainty if Shekina and Sarper are together or not, their relationship, which apparently needs to survive, is clearly not the healthiest at the moment. Despite the split rumors and the trouble in paradise, Sarper's Instagram post for Mother's Day has us all confused. The personal trainer uploaded a couple of photos to his account on Mother's Day with the caption, "Mothers hold children's hand for a short time but their heart forever." While one photo was of him and his mother, the other also featured Shekina. To make matters even more confusing, Shekina commented on the post, stating, "Love your sweet mama. Happy Mother's Day" to her with a few red heart emojis. While Sarper didn't reply to the comment or pin it, he did leave a like. Prior to this, Shekina seemed confident that she and Sarper wouldn't return for future seasons of 90 Day Fiancé amidst split rumors and relationship setbacks. However, the Mother's Day post may just have proven that she was misleading the fans. Although it is worth noting that Sarper didn't tag the woman in his post. The many problems with Shekina Garner and Sarper Güven. Love makes us do all sorts of crazy things, like moving across continents for the person you supposedly want to spend the rest of your life with. That's exactly what Sarper did, but little did he know that decisions taken when passion is clouding your judgment are seldom the way to go. Unfortunately, moving to the States to be with Shekina wasn't the happily ever after he was expecting. Of course, there's the obvious sadness that comes with leaving your home and life behind for a partner. However, the couple's problems are more than just geographical. When Sarper finally moved countries, he was shocked to see the size of Shekina's apartment, confessing that it was much smaller than he had expected. During one of the episodes of 90 Day Fiancé, he compared it to straight-up prison. The two also asserted a certain level of control over each other. Sarper tried to control what she could wear or eat, and even pressured her into working out more and improving her fitness. On the other hand, Shekina felt insecure given his past with hundreds of women. Moreover, she voiced her 3 non-negotiable rules that the man had to follow: no smoking, making their relationship social media official, and to stop taking up female clients. Well, it doesn't seem that Sarper really listened to her 3rd rule, as a recent video uploaded on his Instagram shows him training a group of men and women for his class, The Boot Laugh with Sarper. The video, uploaded on May 1st, also proves that despite the rumors of the split, Sarper hasn't moved back to Turkey, as he's teaching his class at 88 Studios in North Hollywood, Los Angeles. As 90 Day Fiancé continues to release new episodes, it is impossible to know exactly what has happened between Sarper and Shekina. Perhaps they are broken up but have to put up a facade on social media so they don't break their contract. Or, they could still be together, just going through a rough patch. Who knows? 90 Day Fiancé Sarper and Shekina respond to divorce rumors by revealing what's next for them. Sarper Güven and Shekina Garner from 90 Day Fiancé revealed if they're heading to 90 Day, the last resort next, since hinting at a divorce. Sarper is from Istanbul, Turkey, and met Shekina from Los Angeles on a dating app. While Sarper had been married before, he had never been in love. Sarper slept with more than 2,500 women, but Shekina became his first girlfriend. At first, Sarper was the controlling one in the relationship. When he came to America, the tables turned. Shekina started tracking Sarper, who, in turn, felt like he was depressed and losing his independence. Sarper almost didn't marry Shekina. They revealed they had marriage issues even after their iconic 90-day fiancé betting. Sarper and Shekina seemed ready to end their relationship. Sarper and Shekina had a chat with Swoon where they discussed what's happened since their decision to get therapy, which they revealed at the tell-all. Shekina confirmed that their next goal as a couple would be to get therapy. "We've had a few sessions," Shekina confessed. "We need more, for sure, but at least we started, you know?" Shekina spoke about Sarper being resistant to getting therapy at first, but finally agreeing to it was the biggest thing. She admitted that it was hard for them to find a good therapist. She compared it to going on a lot of first dates and finding one that's a good fit. Without revealing the name, Shekina mentioned they found a good one and that they need to talk to him more often. What Sarper and Shekina going to therapy means for relationship. Shekina and Sarper share strong, similar personalities that often clash, especially when one wants to change something in the relationship. They had even tried therapy before getting married. However, Sarper, who saw himself as the alpha in the relationship, was hesitant. In his culture, therapy is often seen as a sign of weakness for men, and maintaining a sense of masculinity is deeply important to them. However, Shekina stood her ground when it came to getting Sarper to shed his bad boy image. She successfully influenced his mindset, helping him grow and mature within the relationship. Still, her constant emphasis on being the one making all the sacrifices began to backfire. Sarper pulled away, and his renewed fear of commitment left Shekina feeling frustrated and disappointed. Shekina felt that Sarper wasn't taking responsibility in their relationship. However, recent updates suggest he's now taking his career as a personal trainer and comedian more seriously. He's even open to couples therapy, showing he genuinely cares about Shekina, and no longer sees their marriage as temporary. Sarper draws inspiration from his parents, who have been married for over 45 years. Our take on Sarper and Shekina's therapy update. Shekina and Sarper should ideally have been featured in the next season of Happily Ever After. However, going to therapy instead shows that their marriage has hardly seen any happy days since the betting. Things have taken an interesting turn in the pair's lives compared to other 90-day fiancé couples. It remains to be seen if the couple's therapy sessions manage to help fix whatever's broken between them. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 Episode 8 features closure, delusion, and an awkward declaration of love. The best way to sum up 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 Episode 8 is a mixed bag. Some relationships progressed, others regressed, and one ended before our very eyes. And honestly? That's exactly the level of chaos I expect from this show by mid-season. Let's start with Brandon and Julia because, what even was that? Betty and Ron showing up and expecting a group of exhausted people to match their energy was so on brand. These two have never met a boundary they didn't bulldoze. Instead of giving Julia's parents a chance to, breathe after traveling across the world, Betty and Ron swooped in unannounced like it was their personal sitcom spin-off. The issue, as always, is Brandon. He's never once cut the cord with Mommy and Daddy, and he clearly thrives on letting Julia fight his battles while he sits in the corner smirking. When he flipped the script and accused Julia of being ungrateful after his parents hijacked the night, I nearly threw something at the screen. Sir, your wife is not the villain here, it's the two people still treating you like a teenage farmhand. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Features too much Betty and Ron. The cherry on top was his leaving the house with his parents after chewing Julia out. Imagine humiliating your partner like that on national TV. At this point, I'm convinced Brandon eggs this on for camera time, because there's no other explanation for siding with Betty and Ron every single time. Honestly, if Julia had any sense of peace left in her soul, she'd run. Betty and Ron will always come first. They perfected this woe is us routine where they sulk the second Julia points out their nonsense, then claim they're just trying to help. It's manipulative, exhausting, and frankly, it's the only storyline they've got. The saving grace here is Julia's parents. Their faces said it all, bewilderment mixed with second-hand embarrassment. At least now Julia isn't totally outnumbered. I can't wait to see more of them, especially if they start side-eyeing Brandon the way we all do. Switching gears, Matt and Jasmine. This situationship is spiraling exactly where we all knew it would. Jasmine keeps insisting that nothing romantic will happen with Matt, but come on. The man is clearly in his feelings, and she's been nesting in his house like it's an Airbnb with unlimited patience. Matt is acting like he's auditioning for most devoted backup boyfriend. He's the emotional support system, the chauffeur, the housemate, and he's definitely not looking at Jasmine like just a friend. The fact that he's put his entire life on pause while she cries over Gino tells us everything. And Gino. Phew. Where do we even begin with this hat-wearing disaster? The man lives to pit women against each other. Jasmine and Natalie have been his puppets all season, but the strings finally snapped. Natalie peaced out and told him she's done. Did anyone else cheer when she left? Because I did. The best part was the producer asking Natalie if she had any last words. Savage. That's 90 Day Fiancé breaking the fourth wall and basically confirming her time on the show is up. But if Gino thinks he can slither back to Jasmine after Natalie dumped him, I hope he's ready for the bombshell that Jasmine is pregnant with Matt's baby. The irony is delicious. Gino, who thinks he's this irresistible prize, might have to watch Jasmine build an actual life with someone else. And let's be real, he's not exactly worth fighting over. The hat, the tantrums, the constant gaslighting, no thank you. Could Darcy and Georgie stand the test of time? Over in Bulgaria, Darcy finally met Georgie's parents, and honestly, it was about time. These two have been together forever, so I get why Georgie was nervous. His parents probably know Darcy's reality TV reputation, and let's face it, she doesn't exactly come across as low-key. To my surprise, though, the meeting went relatively well. The language barrier was an obstacle, sure, but Georgie's parents seemed open to Darcy after a rocky start. For a second, I almost believed things could be smooth sailing. Then I remembered who we're dealing with. Darcy and Georgie can barely keep it together on a dinner date, let alone a family trip. The tension was bubbling under the surface the entire time. One more glass of wine and they would have exploded. So while the introductions were polite, I'm not betting on peace lasting long. All in all, this episode delivered the kind of chaotic energy we tune in for. Brandon continues to be the weakest husband on the planet, Julia deserves sainthood, Jasmine's juggling men like it's a sport, Gino's delusional enough to think he's the prize, Natalie dropped the mic and left, and Darcy's trying, and maybe failing, to play the part of future daughter-in-law. Season 9 is heating up, and the reunion promises to be messy. The only thing I know for sure? Someone's going to walk off set. Probably multiple people. So, what's your take? Was Brandon wrong for leaving with his parents? Will Julia finally snap? Do you think Jasmine will actually move on with Matt, or will she keep Gino hanging around for drama's sake? And is anyone else secretly rooting for Darcy to shock us all and actually make this relationship work? Hit the comments. I need to know where you stand on this circus. How to watch the 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 premiere tonight. About 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. Part of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, the TLC reality series 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way follows a group of Americans as they journey to meet their long-distance lovers, in some cases, for the first time. Throughout the show, 7 U.S. hopefuls relocate to their partner's home country in search of a lasting relationship and new life abroad. The Season 7 premiere, C'est la vie, finds Chloe leaving her Boston routine for a fresh start in Aruba. Meanwhile, Manon heads back to France to reconnect with Anthony, Luke packs for his upcoming Colombian wedding with Madeleine, and Jenny and Sumit encounter family troubles. Watch 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way tonight at 8/7 on TLC. You won't believe which 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 couples are still together. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way is back, and these couples have so many hurdles to get over before they settle down forever. Season 7 features 4 new couples and 2 familiar ones, and we get to see all the juicy details about their lives together in foreign countries. Unlike the regular premise of 90 Day Fiancé, these Americans will have to leave their life behind in the States to start over with their partners abroad, facing unfamiliar cultures, new family dynamics, and the pressure of building a future far from home. Some of these couples have been married for a while others are just getting to know each other. Adjusting to life in a foreign country is hard, but can these couples maintain their relationships? Which 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 couples are still together? Jenny and Sumit return after a dramatic Season 6 where there were often clashes with his family in India. The two are still together and celebrated their 4th anniversary together in August. However, Jenny did admit that it wasn't easy moving to India. "I'm still not used to it," she told People right before the premiere. "I want my independent life back." The pair live in Sumit's house and Jenny says she doesn't want to sound ungrateful or anything, but her home life has been rattled up. "They have accepted me and it's a big miracle in itself," she notes. "But if it was my decision, we'd be gone." Chloe met Johnny while he was doing his job as a boat tour guide in Aruba. She left her 6-figure job in Boston behind to be with him full-time. The two keep their relationship pretty private on social media, since Johnny mainly posts about his excursions and tour business. Patia and Dylan might have a 20-year age gap, but their love stretches from Texas to Tasmania. The two are ready to make the move happen to Dylan's home country. The two just celebrated their anniversary together in June. "From year 1 to year 12, no one lifts me like you do. Your love, your belief, your support," Dylan posted on Instagram. While Patia left a very wholesome comment, "From day one, even through the storms, we find our way back to the light. This one hit different. Thank you for reminding me where we started. I love you." Manon met Anthony in Los Angeles after she went through a divorce, and the two ended up hitting it off and getting married. The couple moved back to France after a last-ditch effort to save their marriage and family life with their toddler. The two appear to go strong on Manon's Instagram as she documents her family and travel life. In July, she posted a video of her son and Anthony mowing the lawn together. She also posted an anniversary post where they're gleefully dancing, "To all the women who believed they had to lose weight to be loved. For a long time, I believed that no man would ever seriously want me because I was fat. Today, I'm married, a mother, fulfilled, and above all, loved just as I am, without compromise. Your weight, your past, or your appearance don't determine your worth. The right man will love you because you are you." Greta and Matthew met on a vegan dating app, and she ended up moving to England. There appear to be some hiccups when she runs into trouble since he still lives with his parents. The two are pretty private on social media. The last time Matthew posted on his Instagram was in 2023, where he posted a photo carousel of his cat. On the other hand, Greta doesn't have any social media accounts. Hopefully, the two are going strong. Luke met Madeleine in Colombia while he was on vacation. The two instantly hit it off and they ended up spending Luke's entire holiday together. The two had a very tumultuous time together in Season 6 of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, with Luke realizing he spent up almost $100,000 on Madeleine in a year, losing much of his life savings and his job. The two often argued about money. However, things still look strong between them. Though they don't really post often about each other, Madeleine posted a birthday video in August 2025 where Luke greets her happy birthday with one of her Pomeranians.